Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. We're live on Twitch. We just finished a one of the flight past history sections. We've just been looking at the British Army prior to Waterloo. So if you're watching on the Rivers playlist later, you can check that out. And as a palate cleanser, because we're on Twitch live, we thought we'd just continue our journey down the River Severn. Now, the last time we got to, I think it was a place called Mery sur Seine. Now, where was that? So this will be part 3. We didn't get to Troyes, did we? I think we were a little bit short. There we go. So we got around here somewhere, I think. We might have got a little bit further. We might have got lost. But we will start here at Mery sur Seine and continue our journey down the River Seine. And let me show you where we are. So this is this area here, Mery sur Seine. So let's start here. Now, what I like to do, we're just going to fly nap of the earth along, checking out the river. And you can see other rivers on the playlist on YouTube. We're in the Huey. And we're just going to fly. See how far we get. So we're at the time of flying. It's May time, so we've got the foliage out, which actually makes it a little bit difficult to see the river sometimes. Sorry, just trying to get the map out here so I can just keep an eye on where we're going. Now, I think yesterday I flew off, or then in the previous part, I flew off to the right here and went over into those trees. But I believe that it actually the river goes to the left. It seems to be sort of canalized here. But this this bit here is the actual river itself, and I must have flown. There must be some sort of project, water management project there somehow. That must go off down to some reservoir or something, and we'll continue down this way here. If you're new to the channel, this is one of the elements that we do. I like to follow these rivers all the way down. We've done the Thames, we've done the Severn in the UK, we've done the Wye and the Trent, and we're currently doing the river Seine in France. It's a good opportunity to see parts of the world you probably never go to, but also it's one of those things. The idea of the channel is called Flight Past. We actually fly on some of the other playlists. We fly and look at some of the history from the air, check out some how topography affects history decisions. We've done some currently we've finished a series on D-Day, and we're in the middle of one on Waterloo. And because we were doing Waterloo, I was following Napoleon's journey from Elba back to Paris, and as a palate cleanser at the end of those streams, I just like to fly a little bit of these sort of legs down the rivers, and so I picked the River Seine as an obvious feature because it flows past the Palace Tuileries in Paris. The River Seine is about 770 kilometers long, and I thought it was going to start off somewhere like in the Alps, but it doesn't. It just sort of starts off in the middle of France. Pretty nondescript, really. It's a bit wiggly here, isn't it? Let's try and find out where that's gone. And what's really cool is we've got the location markers on. We can check out a few places on the way, because a lot of historical places are obviously related to geographical features, and one of the main geographical features that anywhere in the world that you'll find is rivers. And these trees are making it very difficult to see where the river goes. But presumably it's in this down here somewhere. There we go. A series of reservoirs or something here. Yeah, I mean, this is quite small, the River Seine at this point. I think this top section is called the Petit Seine. Very similar, this section, to when we were doing the River Thames. There's near to the source of the Thames, there's a series of reservoirs like this. Where they capture a lot of the water upstream. Verrier. Let's just see if we can find that on the map, make sure we're in the right place. So we came... There's a series of lakes. There we go. So these are these series of reservoirs, and this is Verrier here. So we should see a few more lakes coming up, and we'll just wiggle our way down. And we're going to get to a city called Troyes. And that might be where we'll get to today. We can pick it up again at the end of another stream. If you wish to see anywhere, just mention it in the comments if it's in France nearby. We had a request the other day. We went to see a chateau called the Chateau de Sauvigny des Ponts, which was really interesting because it was an old aviation. It had an aviation museum and had all these aircraft outside, and it's somewhere I'd never even thought that I would go and see. And it's not even one of these location pins, so that was really cool. You'll be able to see that. That would be coming up on YouTube. I cut that out and put it in as a video. So if you have any suggestions like that, I will go and see it. Well, it looks like we're heading into a built-up area now. This must be coming up on Troyes. Now this is yeah, Troyes. Difficult to see the river at this moment because it's very it's quite narrow, and there's summertime and the trees are out. And it wiggles a lot. Saint-Julien-les-Villas there. Troyes, the town of Troyes. Let me know in the comments below if you've been here and know anything about it. It looks like some sort of monastery or something. Well, hopefully this is still the River Seine. This is a suspiciously very straight bit of river. Whoops. There we are, we got our wiggle back on again. Sort of like a flat plateau area of France. Nice. Quite a lot of water here. Very straight. A lot of reservoirs around. Let's just have a quick look at the map. So we've come from through Troyes. It looks like these sort of straight sections that we can see moving up. So we are to the south, well, sort of almost east now, southeast of Paris. And it's taken us, this is the third part to get to this section here. So it looks like it's going to take us about another 6 or 7 episodes of this before we get to the sea. If you enjoy this sort of thing, let me know. Give it a like. And I'll do them anyway because I find them fascinating. So what's coming up on the Flight Past channel? Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, we've got, you're watching the Rivers playlist. You'll see we've got a playlist on D-Day where I fly around looking at the events, the first 24 hours of D-Day, everything from the British Airborne area of operation on the eastern side. We're talking Operation Tonga, to the western side, which is the American Airborne operation area, with the 82nd and 106th Airborne Division, and all the beaches in between. We've done that. We fly around, we're using the Huey a lot of the time, especially if we're looking at the battlefields. But we do fly other aircraft that we're recreating some of the DC-3 aerial drops. Other things we got up in the playlist on YouTube, we've got a series now on Waterloo, and we've been following Napoleon's journey from exile in Elba. We're going all the way to Waterloo and his eventual exile to St. Helena. You'll find coming up, or maybe possibly already up, depending on what time you're watching this, there'll be a series on the Falklands War coming up, and likelihood we'll be doing a flight along the World War I trench positions. Looking forward to doing Operation Market Garden at some point, but it won't all be military stuff. We will look. I've think there'll be a series possibly on British football clubs, stadiums, but we also have a sister channel which is called Iparaten, and that's where we build architectural models, one-to-one recreations of cathedrals. And there we've got a project called Minecraft Blueprints. So if you're into architecture and history, you should check that out. You'll see a bunch of postcards popping up every now and then. Up above, you can follow those to get what you want. It's always live, always flying live. I'm usually on Twitch at the moment, so you can join me if you spot me. I try to stream probably sort of midday UK time, which would be about 5 o'clock in the about 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern US time, or in the evening if you're in Australia. You can join me. I'm on actually fly with me on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm on the European West server, so you'll be able to get yourself in the video. If you may post a comment, you can help me out fly, and you can make sure I don't crash into any mountains when I'm looking at my notes. If you're on YouTube, then just leave a comment below. I read every single one, and if I don't, I will usually incorporate it in the next video I go and do, so you can be part of the stream. The whole idea of this is to try to a group of people who are into history, like flying, want to see things from a bird's eye view. If you're one of those people who read a history book with your finger permanently lodged at the map section, this is the sort of thing you'll probably like. Right, so we are going to get to the next town and I'll call it a day. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for all the follows today and the comments. So we are coming up on a place called Mery sur Seine. And we'll do a quick circle around this this village. Looks very nice. So we're probably about a third of the way now on our journey down the Seine. But if you like this sort of stuff, you'll be able to see videos on several different rivers in the playlist. And if you have any requests for rivers, just let me know. And once we finish this one, we'll do another one. Usually try to keep it to the famous rivers for now, and we'll get more specific later on. This looks very nice. Great, so I will see you in the next video. By the way, all the music that you hear at the end of these things is by Iparaten. You can find it on any of your streaming things. Just search for the name capital E, capital P-I-R-A-T-E-N, and just by listening to that music, you'll support the channel. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.